So as you can see, my current plan in ChatGPT is ChatGPT Plus, which is something like $20 every month. And well, I've really used it a lot for different things. And instead I want to answer whether this is a tool that you should pay for or if the free version is just okay, what advantages does it actually have, everything. First of all, what I want to tell you that is the most important thing and probably the main reason why I've actually paid for this is that in the free version, okay, you have limited use of GPT 4.0, which is the latest and most stable model of ChatGPT. So probably you have already encountered this kind of window, you've reached your image creation, or sorry, not this one, but something that here, this one, okay, that will say, okay, you reach your daily limit of something. Well, what happens is that ChatGPT has a lot of models right now, and once that you have used all, let's say, your credits of GPT 4.0, it will tell you, okay, you can continue your conversation using GPT 4.0 mini or upgrade to ChatGPT Plus. The problem is that ChatGPT 0.0 mini, okay, is like not that smart. If you want to tell it, okay, help me create a game, help me with this code, it will mostly be impossible for it to be correct. So basically in the Plus plan, you basically have mostly unlimited access to GPT 4, okay? So I can tell you that on my experience, also another thing that you are given our project, basically this is a way of organizing your chat, so this is super useful. So I use it specifically in Unity, but this could perfectly be used in Godot. And when I tell you that it was amazing, it was literally amazing. I was able to just give this thing some instructions, okay, on what I wanted to create, and it would basically create me the script. I could copy the script, paste it, and 99% of cases it was working in the exact same way as I wanted it. What I had to do sometimes was to just give it the code. So for example here I was telling us, okay, I then want to add more stuff related to animation, change a bool, is running depending on if it is working or not or whatever. I wasn't doing super complex stuff, but still the free version of ChatGPT, if you have no more credits to run ChatGPT 4.0, these things cannot be done, okay? And once again, my experience with this has been amazing. I actually paid for ChatGPT Plus because I knew that when I was using these free credits of GPT-4, the answers were amazing. So I knew that in the Plus, you have mostly all access, okay, to this. So that's the main thing. You won't ever face again with ChatGPT Plus the thing that you copy, paste code, and there is something wrong. Or at least from what I've tested, that has been like a lot. I've used it for a couple of days in different things, and it works flawlessly, literally. Once again, the idea with these tools is not just, okay, create me a complete game, but what I've used it for is, okay, I was creating a script that I wanted it to do several things. So I was creating step by step. Firstly, okay, for example, I know speed dropping the items. I pasted the code that I had, okay, and I got the code. Maybe then I added more stuff and said, okay, then I know increase the speed of this animation or add a variable that does this or the other, and I would have the code. So it's basically a copilot that you have. And once again, it has been pretty accurate. So then the other thing that I really liked about this is that you have projects. Basically, projects are a way of organizing your chats. Whenever in the free version you have a lot of chats, you cannot organize them. So for example, here I have a coding project where I have like my different coding projects that I currently had or different scripts that I wanted to create. So it keeps just everything tiny and unorganized in general. Okay, so that's something that really helps me basically organize myself, because here I have a script for something specific that I was building, and this is something completely different. And in the free version, this would be like as in this, completely untidy. Okay, then I also have stuff for my own YouTube channel. So these are all chats to create different things. For example, when I want to create a title, so I basically go over here, and ChatGPT knows that whenever I put something here, I want to create titles. So I just pasted here a title idea, and it basically gave me 10 ideas. How exactly? Because, well, in the first chats of this, I was kind of training the AI to give me this. So to answer always this in a specific, the same thing for text posts. For example, this is pretty interesting. So I actually had to give this a lot of training. So I want you to help me write LinkedIn and YouTube community posts. I will paste you some of them. Make sure to store in your memory, their structure, tone, form, etc. I will tell you to create different posts based on this one. So I pasted one post that I've created and another one. And you can see here it has updated the saved memory. So also I gave it my YouTube channel. And for example here, it just achieved 12,000 subs, create a written post to celebrate this, and a 1-1 image. A 1-1 image is a square image. So here I've got the image and also the text that I basically copied, pasted, and started using it. Oh well, not basically that. The image is perfect, the text content is awful. It should be something about more motivation, dramatic, not focus on what's next. Here I was typing things super fast. I wasn't kind of thinking what I was typing, so you don't have to be grammatically perfect. And he basically gave me, okay, the final text that I used. So this is also amazing, basically. I don't want to get a lot into YouTube because this is a video for game developers, but I want to show you like the different usages. Also for YouTube short scripts and all that. Also to help me ideate thumbnails. Okay, so this is amazing. Once again, here it requires a lot of training on my end to as you can see here, I was talking to it about all the ideas of the thumbnails that I got. So it's not just a second, but when you train this thing, it's pretty smart. Okay, once again, this is all thanks to the latest model of ChatGPT, because if you actually try to do it with this version, which was GPT 4.0 mini, it will be most impossible to get accurate answers. So that is another thing, pretty interesting projects. Okay. Also another thing that I've used sometimes is Deli, which is the AI that it has in order to generate images. So for example, I was creating a game, okay, and I wanted to create a background. As you can see here, create a 16:9 background for my Endless Runner game. It's gonna be cartoony, simple, so this image was cool, but I didn't like this ground over here. So I basically told it, okay, give me the same image, but with no ground in the front, and here I've got it. So amazing. One second. In the free version, you can generate, I believe, 2 or 3 images every 24 hours or something like that, but it takes a lot of time to generate them, and you have that limit. In this case, I believe you have basically no limit, and the generation is pretty fast. So once again, if you want to generate a placeholder background, a placeholder player, or even just experiment with all this, it is really helpful. Now, there are even more things that you can check out. For example, you have custom GPTs. This is something that I've not really used yet, but these are, let's say, custom chats with pre-trained chats, basically. So you have things for astrology, for scholar work, fitness, humanize. You of course have things related to data analysis. So a lot of things probably here for game development. If you search for a GPT, for example, game dev, you should be able to find something related to game development. So for example, Unity game development mentor, video game developer. But anyway, I don't really like this option a lot, at least for what I do right now. You also have, for example, some access to Sora, okay, which is an AI to generate videos. But I think that you still have like some limitations. You can just generate like 1 video or 2 a day or something like that. So this is pretty limited. If you do want to access Sora to generate this kind of AI videos, you actually have to go to the Pro version, I think it's called. That is way more expensive, okay? But anyway, there you have it. I also have Codex, okay? So this is something that right now I don't think it's kind of ready right now, but well, it is kind of maybe more complex than just for game development. As you can see, it is a software engineer agent, so you can draft PRs, navigate your code base, you can do a lot of things. Maybe it's not super related to game development, and I believe it is still in beta or something like that. So that's basically all that you have. So to conclude, I believe that if you really like AI, if you really use ChatGPT in your daily basis, just if you use it to help you as a copilot to code your own project, you're going to see a huge difference. Once again, because of this thing that you won't have a limit to use the latest model, okay? And trust me, it changes everything. And if you want to try it out, check how it changes the answers when you are using this model, and after you have this message that tells you, oh, you cannot use ChatGPT anymore, we are going to be using the previous model, or something like that was the message, and compare the answers, okay? You will see what I mean. So just for that, I believe it's worth it. It is a subscription that I believe is not that expensive, okay? It is also not cheap. I believe that it is good, okay, for what it is. Just that it is not a complete game changer. Definitely, it's not something that is going to, I don't know, make you earn $2,000 more every month or something like that. But it's definitely a tool that is worth the price because it really provides lots of interesting things. I've just used it for something like 2 weeks and I'm already noticing the difference. So well, more videos coming on AI and these kind of things. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel.